Hey y'all, welcome to part 2. Hope you enjoy. I love that. The mermaid swimming with the turtle. Another mermaid giving an octopus some love. And here is my rainbow narwhal. This was a fun one. Again, it was some Inktense water and Posca white highlights. Budget friendly chalk for my attempted sunsetty sky up here. And that is all for the imaginary underwater world of Jane F Hankins. So, wow. I don't know if I'm going too slow, going too fast, but we're going to get through it. That's okay. So then, a few months back, I am in her Facebook group, the Imaginary World of Jane F Hankins Facebook group. And I post some of my finished pictures there. And I was chosen a few months back as the colorist of the month. I was super surprised and super flattered. And for being colorist of the month, they send you a Jane F Hankins tote bag. So this is the tote bag that I got, and you can actually color it. And I have never colored fabric before. I don't even know, I guess my Inktense maybe, but I'm not sure what I have on hand to color on fabric. And so I haven't touched it yet. I have carried stuff in it already, but I haven't colored it yet. And it's a pretty good sized tote. It's going to be like a 15 by what? Should I line it up? By about 16. So that's decent. So yeah, so this was a gift for being colorist of the month a few months ago. And then the other side is just plain. So I want to color it, and I just got to figure out what's going to be the best thing to use. So if y'all have any suggestions, or your fabric color people, and you can just, right out the gate, what's up, fill me in. Feel free to comment below and let me know, because I do want to do it. So there's that. So then I went back and I thought, I got to get some more of her books. And I started looking through all of her merchandise. And that's when I noticed that, wait a minute, she's wrote books. So I thought, let me check it out and see. Because I enjoy reading also. I actually read physical books. My daughter loves books. We're big book people around here. So I got her first novel, Madge's Mobile Home Park. And it is part 1. And it is just great. It's so descriptive. I could visualize everything I was reading so vividly, and everything was so familiar to me in an odd sense that from my childhood days, I knew people, and like my grandparents had friends that lived in a trailer park, and I can remember going to their trailer park and just being blown away by how it was, because I grew up on a farm with no sidewalks or anything, and it's just like a whole nother world when you get, and so their little trailer park world and the lives of the people, individual people that live in this trailer park, and the little town overall as a whole, is what's going on in this book. And there are a lot of touching moments, a lot of familiarity, and a lot of funny stuff. I got to turning pages and I couldn't stop. And I was disappointed or sad when it was over, and I was like, oh no. So I ran to the website and bought part 2, the 30-foot Elvis. And I mean, the title alone lets you know that it's going to be funny, the 30-foot Elvis. So it's definitely a continuation of part 1. So if you are interested in getting these, you definitely want to get the mobile home park one first, if you're not getting them both at the same time, because this is a part 2. The characters continue on, and I have not been disappointed, and I am just eagerly waiting and hoping that a part 3 comes out, to be honest. So I got my eye out for that. Fingers crossed it happens. I want a 3, and can't wait to get a 3, if there's going to be a 3. I hope there's going to be a 3. So then back to the coloring books. Then we go a little bigger, and just to show you this one, this is a average size book, so this is going to be the size comparison, so you can see that it's a little bigger. They get bigger though. And I do like the bigger books. So this is The Imaginary World of Jane F Hankins. Again, same great paper, spiral bound, only we get a top spiral bound this time, which as a lefty I can appreciate. I of course have learned and can work with and deal with no spiral, or it being on the left hand side. I know my way around that issue, but when I get a top spiral bound, hey. So let's get into this one, and right away we have one of my completed pages. There he is in all his glory. And this is when I started to try to play around with a glowy effect around. So that was what was happening there. Hopefully, now that I've changed the book sizes, y'all can see. Trying to make sure that y'all seeing enough of the image here. I will do my best. We have this little caterpillars and ladybugs and fairy little kid. Well, they got wings. Yeah, so I don't know. It's all kinds of critters. We got us another flower fairy lady. Friends with the bees. Totally want to make him all fuzzy foofy looking. More flower face people. Again, so that's the thing, the paper is thick enough that I gotta be checking good to make sure I'm not missing a page. Head in the clouds with her pie in the sky hat. We got all kinds of fun things going on up in here. Now this is the image that is on my tote bag that I got. Little chickies, I think is what they refer to as. This one, I can want to do a picture and not touch it for a long time, because I will think about it and think about ideas of how I want to work it and what direction I want to go with it and what type of colors. And I will go back and look at the picture and just try to envision it happening, and then not do it yet and just keep. And I've been pondering this one for a while too. Not sure which direction I'm going to go yet. But yes, this is on my pondering list. So amongst all the other list of things I have pondering what I'm going to do with my favorite pictures. Another underwater scene. Some more cute butterflies and a snail. Love snails. Some more fishies. There's always a great variety. Here it is again. That face. It's a smile. Another fairy. Another mermaid. Some more fishies. Makes me want to say, makes me think it's like sweet pea, the way they're a little bundled up there. We have another one I finished. I went a little wild on this one. This is where I was starting to throw caution to the wind and get braver. So we went rainbow. And we have more of that Spectrum Noir glitter brush clear just over all of the wing feathery parts. This is another Sharpie background. That was because that's before I had the black acrylic paint, but now I have black acrylic paint that I use a lot, and so I haven't done any more Sharpie backgrounds, but this is one. And red stickle shoes. I'm pretty sure, I want to say this was all Prismas. I think this was strictly Prisma page. And a little mushroom capped gnomes, maybe. I'm not quite sure. I don't think they're trolls. Here's a couple more, sort of like my rainbow bird I just showed you, but they also remind me of them, just them gossiping girlfriends. Birds of a feather. Here's a whip I've got going on. I've seen her painting of this image and it is so pretty. I would love to be able to get some prints of her actual paintings. That would be awesome. And this is I Don't Know. And it's awesome because it's a big bunch of random whatever. And I love that. If it's odd, if it's funky, if it's weird, if it's in surrealism, if it's any of the above, I'm gonna dig it. So I adore this page. I think these three owls are adorable. lady bird nest. Love that too. I'm a bird person. Cute little mushroom house going on. That's going to be the end of this one. The Imaginary World of Jane F Hankins. So then, keep going, and we have The Imaginary World of Jane F Hankins Part 2. But wait. It comes in 2 sizes. And yes, of course, I have both sizes. So, I'm going to show you a completed page in this book I have, and then I'm going to flip through the smaller book just because of space convenience. I know it's here. There it is. So of the big size, I got this one done. Thought it was super cute. Got their little fishing hook and line going on. Wanting to snatch his gold while he snoozes. Adorable. So then we will just flip through the more standard size. I don't want to say smaller because it's not a small book, but it's the standard size compared to most of her books. And I don't care either way, but I enjoy the large books. I mean, I don't know, there's just something about all that space to work with. I like it. So, here we go. 7-foot tall lookout bird. Hello. That's a dandy. I'm going to try to pick the pace up. Now this one, I will say, this right here, this face, it strongly, and I won't even say what it is just in case that's a problem, but it strongly reminds me of the large front round face on something else. I don't know if y'all feel that way too, or even know what I'm talking about, but if you know what I'm talking about, then you probably see it. A little girl being taken above the treetops with the fairies. Little girl peeping around on the little fairy people. I think that's so cute that she's pushing her little baby and a little stroller. The fancy long feathered hummingbird trio. They look like such good friends and they look so happy. I love this one. This one, even though it's a hat, this picture makes me think of a child's imagination. That's just what I feel off of this one, and what it makes me think of is the possibilities within a child's mind or within a child's imagination. And I just love that thought. And that's definitely what this makes me think of. So then we have a skip page for my completed picture video. Now this is the one that I did in the other one. Hook it into his gold sack there. Some more feathered friends. I love it. If you look at the expression on the little wormy's face right here. Swinging from the tree. This is another pondering page for me. We have the volcano in the background, and so I definitely want to take this in a direction of, I want it to look like a volcano, and I want the background to be red, orangey, whatever happenings. And yeah, so I'm trying to figure out just how I'm going to pull off what I have in my mind for the picture anyway. The Kittysaurus gigantica. Some of the critters have really awesome names. So I got this one done a while back, and I love it. It is Down in the Cherry Berry Patch are 3 curly antlered thing deers. So they're thing deers. We got a little sparkly gel pen on some of the little hair wispies. Budget chalk background. Prisma Louie Pablo World. This one's funny. The gentle little blind prairie snufflers communicate by exuding faint odors. They all just be sniffing that air. A whip. I wasn't really happy with my color palette here, and that's what made me go away from it for a while, but I don't leave things forever uncolored. I will come back and I will finish it, and I'll make it work, and I'll get happy with it one way or another. But not being happy with my color palette was what made me go away from it for a while. I thought this is cute and different. Tortoise hairs on the move. And that's, like I said, her interpretation of things. I think that's just such a fun interpretation of the tortoise and the hare, because I immediately think of the story, of course. And these fishies got feet. Fly fish. You know anybody that fly fishes? Some more catfish. Gotta make sure. Another frog. Cute kids with their little fishing hole. Another whip. I'm happy with this color palette. It's a whip. I'm definitely on it. I just have so many other projects right now. That's a skip page. We have these fellers. Oh, I have to get me a sip. Excuse me. Okay. Getting a little dry there. Another cute picture. Sleeping in the clouds. Did she just dream of the whole book? What is happening? I don't know. I don't know if I'm the only one or not, but I can flip through books, not just these books, but like any book, and just wonder things. I look at them and go, I wonder what they're thinking and stuff, and here it. Okay, so that's Imaginary World of Jane F Hankins, Volume 2. Now we go to a bigger book, The Imaginary Garden of Jane F Hankins. I'm hoping I can do this all in one video. So I'm really going to try to pick up the pace. Maybe if I just do a little less talking, huh? A lot going on here, super cute. Imaginary Garden Guide. I just sit here and smile as I see them. I'm going to enjoy this one. It has like a sister page to the moth one, the Gypsy Moon moth I did. Snapdragons. This is one of my finished ones. I was really happy with this one too. This was the first time I stepped out of my comfort zone and went a little crazy with my Posca pen and just did some things I normally didn't do with the little wispies and things like that. I love the color. I was digging this one. Very happy with that one. And this guy, oh, I have colored him once, but somewhere else. But I just adore him. I think his big, beautiful eyes. They're all great. I'm hoping you can see. Fairy hut. Cute moon. I love maroons. Another bunny page. Mr. Bunny Goes A-Courtin'. Some more bunnies. Is that what happens after he went a-courtin'? I don't think I've ever seen vegetable things drawn like that. This one makes me feel, I feel bad for the fruit on a tree. Isn't that awful of me? Bunches of mushrooms. I can really laugh. I love a mushroom pig. Okay guys, again, sorry for the cut, but you're almost there. Join me for part 3.